Hi guys, Tsuyoki here, welcome back to the channel. This channel focuses on how making Gaijin Coins on the Gaijin market, so it will not be like the standard gameplay video. First I just want to reassert or to remind of who am I. Basically I'm an avid Warthunder player who focused not on getting good, but on buying actually premium items from the Gaijin market. Let me show you what I mean. If you see the Gaijin market, you will see, this is my stat chart. I will open the proper document that I want to see, the list of my purchases over time, and you can see that over time basically I purchased all the items that I ever could wish for. In total this is a lot of money. I'm almost ashamed when I see how much has been spent there and how much, if I could extract it for real, I would be actually very happy to extract it for real, but I can't. So just an example here, or just as a list I have put together here. You see I spent about 1,500 Gaijin coins, so nothing from my own pocket, but I could buy all the premiums that I ever wished for. I don't know, multiple times the 25,000 golden eagles, premium time until end of times, etc. So I have more than enough to be happy with, and what I want to do with the channel is show you a bit my tips and tricks, how I do things, not necessarily focus on single items and how to get rich on single items, because it's always a bit of a bet, but more to explain to you my system. So in broad terms, my system is actually pretty helped by the fact that Warthunder is a very predictable game. Just to show you here how I do it in the first place. So here you have some vehicles, for instance this one, which has, if you look at the price history, you can see the short range, which is the past 30 days, and the whole range is since the vehicle has been added to the game. You can see this one, for instance, increase in price dramatically at some point, which is, to be honest, difficult to predict. Obviously I would have loved to buy here and to sell there, but it's really difficult to predict. But what is easy to predict is you see these small dips here and there, and these are due usually to sales, for which there is very good information of when the sales usually happen, or when the boxes are released, which may contain this particular vehicle. Let me show you what I mean. There is a calendar I created. One sec. Yeah, here we go. So here you can see over the year all the items that impact heavily the prices of the items on the market. So you have the Chinese boxes, you have the spring boxes, you have the summer sales, summer box, the anniversary sales. The mouse returns has some good impact on the mouse skins. At least it had in the past. Now I'm not sure it's as good anymore. Finally, the December boxes and the year-end sales. Why do these all items have an impact? Because the boxes basically make rare vehicle available in-game for free, if you are lucky, which means that a lot of people are selling them off at a very low price because it gets more available again. And sales is simply because everybody wants to buy the new premium or whatever premium vehicle they want from the Gaijin store, and therefore they sell off whatever items they have accumulated over the year. The objective is to do the opposite, is to actually buy vehicles during sales so that they are cheap and resell them once the sales are over. And then you can buy the premium vehicle in the following sales. So it's a bit of, you need to be patient. And for the boxes, knowledge is power. So here you have for all the boxes, I have historically said, okay, in the Chinese box of 2024, all the items that were there. Then in 2025, all the items were here. And you see the IMX 50 sur blindé is a very valid target because the price is dropping a lot and increasing up to 2,000, I think. So this one would be a good target to have, but I could purchase it last time, for instance. I did the same for all the other boxes. And for instance, the next box will be the summer box. That will come somewhere in August, so we still have some time. And here, basically, is the this is what was distributed last year, and there will be probably a few new vehicles. Now the whole game will be to say, okay, which one of these vehicles will be worth purchasing when the summer box is released, and with anticipation that the prices will increase afterwards. So you see, it's a bit mathematical, and you need to be very patient. But it's really not hard. It's really just some patience involved. So this is my main system, is actually simply tracking the calendar and making sure I sell on time. What I can demonstrate to you as well is how well it works. So this is my, I know the graph is not very beautiful, but let me make it a bit bigger. So this is simply how much I have in items over time. So it's basically the cash that I have, cash is simply meaning what I have in the as Gaijin Coins up here, and it's composed of cash and of the items that I have at which price I expect to sell them. And now I try to maintain a float of about 400-500 or even more historically, just to make sure that I can benefit passively from price increases. I can show you some of the deals I made, some good, some not so good. Typically not so good deal was the T44FM. I don't know why I was expecting it to be much better than that. Turned out that it was pretty lame. So if you take the price history for the whole time, upon release it's always a bit very variable, the price, so I usually don't trade there. But I must have bought it around, no I don't think, maybe around February. I don't remember exactly when I bought it. In any case, it barely increased, so maybe $5 per item. So if I have 8 items, maybe $40. So it's not great for the cash that I invested in here. The USS Mississippi was much more interesting. Bought it at around 30 in this time period here, and I could have sold it here, but it's very difficult to know when the top will be reached. So, and I can keep waiting. The price will probably still, increase a bit, and maybe until June I will have a good deal. End of June I will have a good deal. The others follow a similar pattern. This one also I bought in December because it was in one of these boxes, and you can see the price completely collapsed. And I was increasing neatly again, so I must have bought it at around 70. Can sell it around 110. After Gaijin Coins, maybe $20 benefit. So you see, it's not much, but when you have so much money to allocate for all these vehicles, it's very easy to passively make income. If you have much less money, you will have to day trade, which is indeed much more hectic and much more difficult. In any case, I know some of you have been following my channel for some time. I haven't posted in about a year, so I'd be really curious to know if any of you has managed to make some significant amount of money and increase his Warthunder experience over time. Please let me know down in the comment. I'm genuinely interested to know if this has an impact or whether it's just me being a geek on this. Thank you very much for attention, and I hope to make new videos in the future which will be a bit more tailored to the current events, specifically for June, for instance. Ciao.